What's going on, guys? Midwest Tokusatsu here, and in continuing our series of throwback Megazord reviews, today we are taking a look at the DX Jungle Master Megazord from Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Now, just like with the Jungle Pride Megazord, I've had this one ever since its debut on the show, so it's been with me for about 12 years at this point. And also, this is one of the last Megazords where Bandai of America used the same exact mold as the Bandai of Japan version, which for this one I believe was the DX Geki Fire. And I think after that point, production costs for toys got way too much for them to handle, and that's why from then on, like, they did their own molds and they were a bit cheaper. But enough about that, let's get into it. So as far as Megazord sets go, I thought this one was pretty unique because it's not every day we get a Penguin Zord. I mean, can you imagine that? And also, this was a point in the series where the Rangers went to go train with the other Jungle Masters, Master Rilla, Master Lope, Master Gwen, which gave us the Gorilla, Penguin, and Antelope Zords, as their names so imply. But looking at them individually, we'll start with the Gorilla Zord. So being the centerpiece, the Gorilla Zord is kind of the star of the show here. And as far as Gorilla Zords go, I found this one a bit odd looking because, well, especially because of this chest piece here. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, what would this even be on an actual gorilla? And also, it's got wheels for feet for easy mobility. And one of the reasons why this is so bulky is because it stores electronics in the back and in the arms here, where when you flip this switch, it kind of moves itself. I'll just stop that before it topples off. Taking a look at the Penguin Zord on a surfboard, I've always thought that this was just the absolute oddest choice for a Zord because it's a penguin on a surfboard. Like, I would have never imagined something like this in a million years. Plus, what makes a penguin cool for fighting? Like, it's not tough like a gorilla or a tiger would be, or even a gazelle. Like, a gazelle makes more sense as a Zord than this would. But aside from the idea of it, though, the actual toy looks fairly decent. I thought the penguin had a decent paint job on it, especially with this yellow here. It's a bright and vibrant yellow. And that continues here with this bit of detail on the surfboard here. And speaking of the surfboard, it looks very futuristic, I've always thought. Almost like it's a hoverboard. But I guess it kind of is in the show, if I remember. Like, it's been a while since I've watched Jungle Fury, so I'd have to see it again just to be sure. But as far as that goes, there's not really much else to it. I mean, you can't take the Penguin Zord off for its own individual stuff. And for articulation, this head moves there, but that's more so for the transformation. And then the flippers also rotate. And they can swivel up and down. And then there's not much else after that. I mean, there is more with the Gazelle Zord with this, but we'll get to that in just a second. So coming over to the Gazelle Zord, this is probably the most normal looking Zord out of this set, as it doesn't really have any features that makes it stand out all that much. This is just an average, normal-looking, run-of-the-mill Zord. And it doesn't really have much in the way of articulation either, because other than the legs here, it can't move much else besides its neck and its head here. Now, as I just mentioned, it does have a feature where it does interact with the Penguin Zord. If I can get it set up here, where you want to set it down like that and fold it in its legs. Take the Penguin Zord, clip the back in its butt there. That's very that is very odd. Push the button right up top there and watch it go. One more time, just for the heck of it. Boom. Another strange feature about this set. So coming over to the Gazelle Zord, this is probably the most normal looking Zord out of this set, as it doesn't really have any features that makes it stand out all that much. This is just an average, normal looking run-of-the-mill Zord. And it doesn't really have much in the way of articulation either, because other than the legs here, it can't move much else besides its neck and its head here. Now, as I just mentioned, it does have a feature where it does interact with the Penguin Zord. If I can get it set up here, where you want to set it down like that and fold it in its legs. Take the Penguin Zord, clip the back in its butt there. That's very that is very odd. Push the button right up top there and watch it go. One more time, just for the heck of it. Boom. Another strange feature about this set. So now that we've looked at everything, we can build the Megazord now. So I guess we could start with old Gazelle here, where you can fold in the legs like that. Oh, I think I had it the wrong way. Okay. Excuse me, it's been a couple of years since I've looked at this thing. Alright. Head goes up. Coming over to Penguin. Take off the tip of the board there. That's going to be the helmet. Let's take off Penguin for now. Fold in the back. Then fold this down. Take Penguin. Make sure her head is up. And then there's these two pegs here, which are going to plug in to the sides of the surfboard there, which will make the other leg. There we go. And last but not least, we've got the gorilla. Take these two chest pieces off. Well, you can take them off and put them on the shoulders there. Open up this chest piece, which reveals a very nice, shiny, glossy sticker. Turn over its fist to make actual fist. And bring down its legs. Plug in to the feet. And let's try and pan this up. There we are. Then you'll take Gorilla's head, flip it back. Then just take this helmet and plug it in up top. And there you have the Jungle Master Megazord. Now, I really like the Jungle Master Megazord for one thing because it's got a bit of an odd shape to it, but that kind of works in its favor here because you'll notice how it has those long and lanky arms that's not really proportionate like most other Zords would have, but that's because it's got those smashing fist attacks in the show that it does, and you can kind of emulate that here where when you switch the arms around like so, and then once again making use of the electronics in the back, you'll flip that switch and watch it go. And then on top of that, I think this thing has a really nice color scheme to it as well. From the jet blacks to the bright orange and yellows here, and even the translucent bits with the chest, head, and then the antelope down there. Like, they took a really simplistic design with just 3 Zords and made something kind of extraordinary out of it. So, kudos to Bandai on that end. So with this being the Jungle Fury line, the legs and the Zords are also compatible. And this is before Zord Builder, mind you, so we were lucky if we got this kind of thing back then. Then again, it's the same series, so I mean, that's to be expected. So, right now I'm just switching the legs around just to show you all. There you are. And now for you. Ah. There we go. Successful. So that's going to just about do it for Jungle Master here. So be sure to always like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me at Midwest Tokusatsu on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And this is your captain, signing out.